Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to the new spin. So I'm uploading this a couple of days early, but the new spin of Human Being Evolution begins on Saturday the 21st of October. As does the Cosmic Quest. If you don't know about the Cosmic Quest, watch the video, maybe 2 videos on my channel about it. An amazing combination of the energy of me and Taco, an amazing combination of the energy of the Galactic Mayan calendar and the Wheel of the Year. It's a 13 moon online adventure, and we're really diving into group transformation using these amazing maps. We're really inviting each person to show up in their fullness, to be witnessed within community, within tribe. And we're really here, Taco and I, to hold, we're a man and a woman, and I feel like both of us have got a really strong, like my inner masculine is very strong and his inner feminine is very strong. So like the way that those energies combine when we're creating group experience or when we're co-creating the moment is really cool. So if you're watching this before Saturday, get involved. So my loves, new spin. So as you probably know, I'm such a fiddler. I don't know how, I don't know where this has come from, but I just found this little shiny thing on my yoga mat. And it's a shiny thing, so it drew in my awareness in my hands. Shiny thing. So yeah, right? The way that this modality works, we've got the Galactic Mayan calendars, and the two that are primarily focused on for Galactic Mayan astrology is the 13 moon calendar, which reboots every year on the 26th of July, and the 260-day, 9-month human evolution spin. So obviously the 9-month human evolution spin shifts the date that it begins each year in terms of the Gregorian calendar, because it's a different framework of time. So this year, 2023, it reboots on the 21st of October. So we're back to the start. And the beautiful thing about, the way that we journey this experience of cyclical time, of cyclical reality, is that nothing ever ends. It's just another octave. But it's the same energetics in different octaves. So you can see it as like dimensions, different dimensions of the same essence. So each 13 days, when we are journeying with a primary archetype, every time we go through the spin, if we are going through the conscious evolution process, the conscious growth process, we can potentially be experiencing a more actualized expression of each archetype. There goes the glass. I don't know if you can hear that. The bin men are here. Isn't it great that we've got systems like that? So yeah, it feels quite significant in terms of what I'm saying, like the conscious evolution process is that. It's not like love and light. It's like, fuck, I feel like I'm being crushed into a million pieces. And I know that at the moment, times on the planet are intense. They are fucking intense. And we're doing a really good job by staying. Whew. And the conscious evolution process, even though it is that, does provide so much more connection to the moment, doesn't it? Because the whole idea of becoming conscious, if we look at Carl Jung's wording around it all, vision around it all, it's like it's making the unconscious conscious. It's like bringing the things that essentially like switch off our conscious awareness and take the wheel of our being, bringing them to light, bringing them to love, so that we don't have as many moments of our conscious awareness is gone and some other behaviour or something else is happening. And it's hard work, and we've all been really traumatised. And this kind of leads quite nicely into the energy of Red Dragon, because the first archetype of the 13, of the 20 archetypes that we journey with during this process is the red dragon, and the red dragon is the energy of mother. And we are really here to reparent ourselves. Like, the mission of conscious evolution is to reparent ourselves. I think there's like a really interesting manifestation for a while as we've been collectively going through this awakening process, which was like this weird shaming thing of like, oh, the ego is evil, it's dark, we must. And actually, you know, the red dragon energy is like, what the fuck, man? That's not the way of the mother. The mother does not work like that. It's a loving back into integration. And yeah, sometimes we need the pow pow. Sometimes we need to really see. Sometimes we need a bit of a kick up the arse. But what's underneath that is love. You know, it's not shaming. It's belief in oneself, each other, the planet, where we're going. And I know that at the moment, you know, the pain body individually and collectively is still purging, and it's like, you know, this process of just the repeating of all these old wounds, and we can see it on the world stage and we can see it in our own lives, and, you know, just holding that frequency of mother. Like, how would mother respond to this? How would mother hold this, them, it? So the red dragon being the first is an initiatory energy. It's a beginning. So over the next 13 days from Saturday the 21st, we're going through this initiation period, the initiation of the whole 9 month adventure. So we're probably going to receive the codes. We will receive the codes. We'll probably notice the codes of the seeds that we're going to be carrying forward for the coming 9 months. Get into the cosmic quest if you've not already. Seed with us. So there is that aspect of like, okay, see what happens over the 13 days, see what comes into your reality, see what you're drawn to, see what's going on, and interesting, want a bit more of that? Damn, I've got to start looking at that shit. But underneath again, and it's not necessarily underneath, it's alongside, but there's this energy with the red dragon of this primal mother energy, this primal, like, Sophia energy, you know, this original divine feminine essence and devotion to love and devotion to creation. So there's an ancient aspect to the red dragon, which is also an invitation for this time. If we can set ourselves up for the coming 9 months re-anchored to that ancient essence of who we are, we're kind of creating a container for our life to journey, for this current human evolution spin to unfold in this old way of being, this like ancient future way of being, which is in devotion, which is in ceremony, which is in, you know, and it's not just that we go to the retreat and we do the thing there and then we come back to our lives and we drop it all. Like, I was watching a thing a while ago from Rob Bell, who's a really amazing, like, radical pastor, who's all about Christ consciousness and, yeah, magical. But one of the things that was happening in that talk that he was giving, he was talking about how it was kind of about the destruction of the temples to recognise that everything's a temple. And I think sometimes, yeah, it's like, it's easy, isn't it, to kind of go to certain places and hold a frequency of sacred or devotion, and see ourselves in a certain way and experience reality in a certain way, and then we return to the life that we lead, and it's like all of that goes. And I think that's part of the pain of the planet, you know. It's like, why are we not rejoicing in, like, deep reverence all the time? Like, what? Like, the experience of being here, yeah, it's fucking hard, and yeah, it's fucking painful, and yeah, like, our systems are so, like, they struggle so much, especially in the West, with the, like, weird mundane frequency that permeates everything that, you know, a lot of places in the East don't have because of the energy the frequency that permeates everything is we recognize the sacred. So it's hard to be in these experiences of like everything's meaningless or everything's fucked. But actually that's part of the process, isn't it? And it's, you know, the tiniest thing when you look at kids and when you spend time with kids, like the tiniest thing is fascinating because it is fascinating, because it is miraculous, because it is wonderful, you know. And though I really struggle with the modern world and technology and the level of like bombardment that my body feels all the time from all these frequencies and all these pings and all these on another level, it's fucking marvelous in terms of like to marvel. Whoa. So essentially what I guess is being pointed to here is about like deep gratitude, the gratitude that's not a forced thank you, the gratitude that's like permeated by the wow of existence. And this is the ancient way. You know, before we created all these mental constructs to understand and kind of started crossing off the majestic, we existed in that place of like, whoa. And we felt the synchronicity because we were in unity consciousness. So it was like constant synchronicity and beauty and like, whoa, you know, and everything was a gift. So then bringing the mother archetype into that, this like primal mother energy, how can we hold that for ourselves? How can we mother ourselves? And what are we birthing? You know, what is your frequency, your life is your offering to this reality. So if we are finding a way to re-anchor to that place of like deep devotion to existence, our deepest prayer is ourselves, is how we experience our internal and external realities. It's what we contribute, you know. So again, giving some space and time to feel into not what do I want to fucking manifest. Like, yeah, cool, all right, yawn. What do I want to give? What do I want to construct in this world to actually give something different to what is being experienced currently on the planet? Instead of being part of the echo of pain, how can I be a builder of love? Like, what does that look like when it births through me? And the beautiful thing about these things, you know, like birthing's hardcore because of the world that we live in. A friend and I were talking last night and it was so profound just to unpick certain things and just recognizing this, like the old echo of we cannot trust ourselves, we cannot trust divine time, we cannot nurture ourselves and take space. It's like this push all the time. And the way that even when we're trying to honor that slowing, even when we're trying, it's like the old echo is so strong to disconnect, and we do it to each other. And this is the crazy thing, you know, it's like this idea of this, like, I don't know, corrupt group of people at the top of a ladder doing bad things. It's like we fuck each other up all the time. Like you and me, we fuck ourselves over all the time. And that's the thing that we can heal. That's the thing that we can change. So if our life is a prayer, if our life is a devotion, what does it look like? And I don't even necessarily mean like what you build as a thing for other people to experience. How do you experience your life? How can that be the prayer? How can the prayer be what happens when you're alone with yourself? And then, yeah, what do you want to bring to the world? What imprint do you want to leave? What is your gift? But the biggest thing is that like our essence, whatever we're beaming out in the moment, that's our contribution in that moment to collective reality. And you know, this again, there's just been such a like self-focused interpretation of a lot of the mystery school teachings that have come back online, and the thing that's there now is this thing of like, be careful what you say because it creates your reality. Creates our fucking reality. We're co-creating this game. Yet we have our individual experience, and yet our individual experience is what contributes to the whole. But we are contributing to the whole with everything. And we're unlimited beings. But unlimited doesn't mean that we have to do ourselves to death. Unlimited can mean that we choose to rest and to replenish and to honour. And again, it's this like, you know, the earth doesn't need to be just taken from all the time. Sometimes she just needs to be appreciated. Sometimes she just needs to be loved and supported. Can we help her to hold what's going on the planet? So the red dragon invites us deeper into mother, in all ways. The mother of ourselves, the mother of the world, the mother of existence. It's a time for rebirthing, it's a time for visioning, it's a time for really anchoring into the ancient aspects of who we are and really bringing that back online. Particularly, you know, like I'm in the Celtic Isles, I'm in the UK, and you know, we got killed, like we got massacred, like the spirituality that permeated these lands was literally eradicated, but it's still held on the land. And this is another part of the cosmic quest, you know, like working with the Wheel of the Year. We're really re-anchoring into that like druid awareness. And we're going to be visiting stone circles and sacred sites and, you know, just really remembering like, oh, this is it. This is it. And as we remember, again, that's the contribution to the planet too. So I hope that you have a really wonderful first 13 days of this spin. I hope that this Wavespell reveals to you some magic, shows you some growth edges, and gives you the space to really feel into like mother, so that you can really receive that love and be that love. And again, jump into the cosmic quest if you've not already, and I will see you next time. Much love.